Well, hello there and welcome to the second webinar in the First Communications University series focused on SD WAN. All parties are in a listen-only mode and this call is being recorded. Questions will be taken via the chat function and will be read and answered at the end of the webinar. Now let's get started. The vast majority of you guys on the call are First Communications customers, so most of you have an idea of who we are. For those who do not, we're a Midwest-focused company. We offer service nationwide, and we currently have over 23,000 commercial customers. It means we're large enough to provide complex and cloud-based solutions to all of our customers, and we're small enough to be flexible and offer customized solutions to the folks that need them. So, what is SD WAN? From an equipment perspective, SD WAN can augment your wide area network. Typically, your SD WAN edge device can operate as a router, a layer 3 switch, packet shaping device, and a basic firewall. From a bandwidth view, you can use all of your bandwidth as one big pipe, use different links for different applications, or a combination. It's really your call. Routing policies are set by the customer. Traffic is automatically and dynamically forwarded across the most appropriate path based on network conditions, the security and quality of service or QoS requirements of the traffic itself, and the cost of the circuit. From the management interface that we'll take a look at later, you'll have a view of all of your links, all of the applications, and all of the network statistics. You'll be able to configure and manage all of the edge devices, all from a single portal. There we go. When you're looking at SD WAN options from an industry perspective, to be called SD WAN, the solution needs to include all of the things on this list. You'll need to be able to use multiple and different sources of connectivity or bandwidth, including but not limited to MPLS, broadband, fixed wireless, or LTE. The application needs to be able to choose WAN links for your traffic based on the rules you set. The interface needs to be intuitive or easy to use, and the platform needs to be able to integrate with other offerings. Any of these things are missing, it's not really SD WAN. In a nutshell, it turns your physical network into a logical view of your network. So if you take a look at the drawing, a lot of complicated things going on there. It's a little messy. But if you take a look at the SD WAN view of it, it's more of a logical view, just connections from, to and from your sites, to and from your applications. It'll allow you to apply QoS to the network and manage it, all of it. Every application, every link, even cable, DSL, wireless 4G. So why SD WAN? Why now? Why do we care? Some of you are dealing with increased numbers of branch offices and remote users. Others are trying to support bandwidth-intensive applications, real-time communications like IP-PBX, general voice over IP, two-way video. Others are trying to support cloud apps, anything from storage like Google Drive or Dropbox to Office 365 to Salesforce.com or others. Okay. While you can control quality of service on your MPLS network, it's much harder to support multiple network types and manage QoS over the whole thing. SD WAN can do that for you. Capital expenditure is significantly reduced by replacing expensive network hardware with SD WAN software and low-cost appliances when you bring on your new sites. OpEx is greatly reduced as truck rolls for installation and upgrades are eliminated, hands-on time at the branch sites is minimized, system scalability is assured without hardware refreshes. Basically, the edge devices are built to scale, take on the additional action, the additional bandwidth, the additional traffic. Okay. Manage your quality of service the way you want to. If there's a piece of software you run your business with, you can make it the most important thing that traverses your network. If there are certain people that need priority on your network for whatever they do, you can accommodate that with SD WAN. If you have a processing job or upload that runs at certain times of the day or night, you can make that happen as well. For example, operating system updates. You could set them as a low priority, you could limit them to a percentage of bandwidth, or you could even restrict them to a certain time period. Just set Windows or iOS updates to fire off during, 2 to 6 a.m. and the issue is resolved. You will not have those traffic sources will not happen during the day then. They'll just be shut down. Okay. SD WAN tests your links to ensure they can support the traffic that will go over it. If your broadband link is unpredictable, no video or voice will be allowed over it until conditions get better. Platform can even send duplicate packets down different paths to make sure files reach their destination. For example, let's talk about a SIP phone call. In this situation, you'll have a couple of different bandwidth sources. SD WAN will test each link and change paths in a millisecond if issues are discovered. If conditions are not bad but not optimal, things like jitter buffers will be employed, forward error correction, which is where the platform will send multiple packets that are multiple copies of packets down the link so that the receiving end receives what they need to and the call can be completed at its proper quality level. Okay. On an SD-WAN platform, you use your bandwidth more effectively due to the control of quality of service you have. And if you need more bandwidth, it's easy to add. With SD-WAN, you can add bandwidth to the edge device without bringing the device down or rebooting it. We simply plug the circuit into the edge device, Ethernet, USB, GBIC, add the bandwidth to the pool, and start using it. Okay. What used to take 120 days in the telco world now can be accomplished in 30. Adding a site using SD-WAN can be as quick as adding a 4G modem to an SD-WAN edge device. I can create the config in the cloud, ship a new box to site with no configuration loaded, plug it into the power and bandwidth, and the site's live. I only need to know the serial number of the box. So it takes a lot of the complexity out of adding sites, out of configuring devices, things like that. So then we have the management interface. This is an example of what the box is doing to the voice traffic. On the top this is considered quality of experience, or QoE. You'll see that on the top everything's in the green except one spot which was in yellow, and that yellow is where jitter buffer gets deployed. And you have a wireless link as well as Verizon on this particular example, and both links were having issues for whatever reason, and due to the mitigation capabilities of the SD-WAN platform, the quality score is high and the user most likely did not experience any issues with their voice. Okay. Let's take a look at the platform itself. So this is the Velo Cloud Orchestrator, and this is one of our demo sites. So if you have multiple devices, it'll show a map of all those devices on this screen. It just happens to be where this particular demo device resides. Okay, so we'll start with configure. So this screen gives you the basically general information on your device. Go to the device itself. It gives you all the configurations of the bandwidth links, as well as your connections into your local area network. Okay, in this example, you see it has a connection into Comcast. Okay. Under business policy, these are all the rules that are running live on this particular link. Okay, you'll see that we have some classified as high. There's high, normal, and low, and control on this particular demonstration. And you'll see that we have Skype, speed test, other things. There are over 3,500 different application configurations in the platform. More are being added every day. Okay, and if you choose to add or enable the basic firewall, this is where that is configured. Okay. And then if you have any questions while I'm doing this demonstration, please use the chat window, and then after we're done, I will go through and turn the microphones on and start answering the questions. Or we can take care of that after the call as well. Okay. From the monitoring standpoint, you get a bandwidth usage category overview, more of a dashboard look. I mentioned quality of experience. This is where you see what on the top is what your users experience, and on the bottom is what your link was actually doing. So we have a case here where we had jitter. Well, yeah, there's the jitter, there's the packet loss. So jitter buffers got kicked in, as well as forward error correction to make the demonstration environment sound perfect over broadband. Okay. From a transport perspective, this is the received and sent. So you get good statistics on everything that's going on your network. You have live monitoring capabilities. You can view your links in groups or by the individual link. As far as applications go, we can have there is hundreds of them that are just happening on the demo environment. You can imagine what would happen in your place of business. And a lot of these are advertising, from websites and whatnot. And this not only shows, what was happening, but it also shows when. Okay. If you have multiple sources into your box, I have two. I have a router and I have the edge device, which has the Comcast link. So it kind of gives you the same thing there. Regarding destinations, these are all the destinations that that were accessed in the demo environment. We could get fully qualified domain names out of this as well, or yes, we can. It's going to take a minute. It's doing 700 and some. Or it could give us IP addresses. And then business priority gives us the view from the queues that are set up. I have low, medium, high, and control. Okay. All right, that's about it for the demonstration. So what are other companies doing? Gartner is a research and advisory company. They've provided a lot of guidance regarding SD WAN. They indicate that SD WAN as a technology and a service will grow aggressively over the next few years. I've provided some examples on the screen. Companies like the Gap, Levi's, they have jumped full, both feet in with SD WAN. The Gap has converted all of their sites to SD WAN. Levi's in the process of doing so. There are other companies, a lot of retail, things like that. Now, as far as complex services like SD WAN, what we here do at First Communications, we assign a project manager that oversees all steps through the order, from bandwidth procurement through installation, programming to training and turnover to the customer. A project manager will be there, one throat to choke. There is project managers available throughout the experience. Okay. And then what we've done is we've set up an 800 number for those of you that would like to contact us regarding SD WAN. If you have an assigned rep, you can certainly contact them. Otherwise, write down the 800 number and give us a call. And with that, I am going to shut off the recording.